My darling Capricorns, this is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your July 2024 Zodiac Tarot forecast. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. This is for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you know a Capricorn who you think could benefit from this reading, please send it along. Be my guest. If you would like to leave a donation for the reading, the channel, or the cause, you can do so through PayPal or Cashapp, and those links are in the description below. So Capricorn, let's see what your month of July looks like. I am a Capricorn moon, so we shall see how that, I'm a Sagittarius Sun, Capricorn Moon, Aquarius Rising. So we shall see how this resonates with or how it resonates where I am now and what I'm walking into. I love this. I think that my Sagittarius scope was a little bit on point with where I am. Stepping away from hostile situations and stepping into a spiritual transformation. And here I am with Capricorn. I really feel like this is coming into oneself. I really feel like you are, Capricorn, releasing everything that is holding you back and stepping into the love of self, stepping into a transformational energy of love, also stepping into your divine energy of abundance, also stepping into just enjoying life more, happiness, healing, peace, transformation. It wouldn't surprise me if we got a plethora of cup energy in the tarot reading. So I feel like as you are on this journey to personal happiness and healing, that you start acquiring your worth. I think that a lot of times when we are stuck in a place of stagnation or insecurity, we second guess our worth and we allow other people to second guess our worth. And now that we are stepping into this happiness and healing, this time of peace, of growth, doors opening, doors of abundance, doors of prosperity, doors of love, doors of transformation, doors of sensuality, doors of good luck, of prosperity, of abundance, of power, of everything blossoming and coming into its own. There's a regalness about the woman holding coin. She's like all about it. Look what I was able to create for me because I chose me. Look what I was able to create because I chose me. I chose to love me. I chose to heal me. I chose to grow. I chose to step into this time of happiness and healing. I chose to be passionate about my life and about my transformation and about the love for self. I chose to be open with my passion, my sensuality, my desire for all of these wonderful things. We have the rainbow in the back, holding on to each color of the chakra. I've chosen to step into my divinity, my connection to the divine, see things that are meant for me to see, speak things that are meant for me to speak, feel things that are meant for me to feel, tapping into one's intuition, creative energy, and power. I love everything about this. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Coming into it now, I talked a minute ago about tapping into one's spiritual power, tapping into one's divinity. The Hierophant is about that. It's a higher level of education, a higher level of spiritual acknowledgement, and bringing that into balance into your everyday waking life. The Empress allows us to plant those seeds. I feel with the Hierophant and the Empress that this is you stepping into your divine self. Finally, opening the door to stepping into your divinities, to stepping into your power, to stepping into your peace, your playfulness. No longer acquiescing to the requests of others. And those requests of others have been doozies, right? Stay here. Don't go after your dreams. don't go after your desires, it'll never work out anyway. And I kind of feel like there's a part of the Capricorn energy that sometimes feels obligated to take on other people's energy and feels responsible to try to tap in and heal that energy. And we all know that it's difficult to help heal others unless they want to be healed. So the Hierophant energy is about stepping into a higher level of spirituality or education, not doing anything too drastic, taking your time, coming into a time of peace and stability and balance, and slowly stepping into this Empress energy. Power, peace, stability, balance, planting the seeds, acknowledging the fruit of your labor, acknowledging your abilities, your talents, having fun with life, being loyal to your dreams. And there may be some around you who are very vocal about the transition or transformation that you are doing with your life, in your life, right? The Hierophant and the Empress, I kind of feel, is like you stepping up and stepping out, right? And when we step up and step out, when we acknowledge and release, there is a sense that other people are trying to keep you in this particular space and place. So you are able to take care of their needs as opposed to taking care of your own. And we can fight against that, but it's a back and forth battle, and why waste the time? So we set up boundaries and we protect ourselves from that type of energy because we don't need it, want it, nor desire it. And then we step into the Seven of Cups energy of desiring and acquiring the seeds that we are planting, right? So we are stepping into this higher vibrational energy of spirit, right? We are going back to school. We are taking courses, online courses, physical in-person courses, going back to school, time of peace, stability, balance, stepping into our power, being very grateful, place of gratitude for what we are able to create, putting boundaries up, and then stepping into this energy of being able to create and being able to acquire our desires. So then we have that Nine of Wands energy, which if we're tapping into the Seven of Wands energy, stepping into that Seven of Cups energy is going to be very difficult, right? Because we're battling two different energies, right? And the Seven of Cups shouldn't be a battle at all. It should be you stepping up front and saying, yes, I desire to achieve, or I desire to manifest A, B, C, or D, right? We should never give our energy to those who are going to try to attempt to make that a complete struggle. And that even means giving our attention to the old tapes that play within our head, right? So it doesn't have to be a struggle if we choose not to allow it to be a struggle, right? We can just as well be in a place of gratitude and a place of appreciation and recognition for the journey that we're on, for the choices that we're making, for the seeds that we are planting, and for the decision to come into our divine self. We can be just as appreciative and grateful for it as we can to feel it, to feel like it's a struggle. Does that make sense? So if it's easy for it to feel like a struggle, it's just as easy to feel grateful and appreciative for it, and appreciate those who have been on this journey with you, and appreciate those who have come before you, and appreciate those who will come after you, right? The Six of Wands energy is success. It is recognition. And the Emperor energy is you stepping into a space and a place of creating, right? We're creating that map. We're creating structure and logic. We're loyal. We're being very loyal to these dreams, being very loyal to stepping up, being very loyal to tapping in and turning on to our wants, needs, dreams, desires. We are not allowing this to be a struggle anymore. Those voices in our head or on the sidelines that love to hear themselves speak, we are no longer acknowledging those anymore, because those are no longer beneficial to us. We are stepping into a place and a place and space that allows what it is that we desire to accumulate in our lives. We have the scepter, and that scepter, it shines off a light to where other people who are in alignment with what your energy is gravitates toward you. We are willing to fight for what we want, but we shouldn't have to fight for what we want, because we are that divinely connected to where if we were to push away the old tapes or the old feelings or the old voices or the voices on the sidelines, that we can very much be in a position of stability and balance and create what it is that we desire. Now, the King of Wands talks about travel. It talks about growth, and he is also in armor. So everyone here is willing to fight for what they want. The Nine of Wands is in a little bit of padded armor. The King of Wands is in full gear. The Emperor is in plate armor. So each and every one of them are willing to fight from their perspective for what they want, right? But it doesn't have to be a fight, and it doesn't have to be a struggle, as long as we are aligned with the energy that we are trying to create and manifest. And as long as we are creating that from a space and a place of gratitude, of happiness, of healing, of appreciation, of recognition, of transformation. The King of Wands is also about communication. It's about being in a place of communicating in different ways. I see that quill and that pen as taking the time out to communicate with those who need to be communicated with in a very intimate, personal way. I think that emails or text messages are not as intimate as sitting down and taking the time to put thoughts to paper. And I think that shows people that this is how I feel about this particular situation. This is where I stand. This is my point of view and my perspective. I hope you understand. And write it in a way to where there is no doubt about what it is that you are trying to say. And then we move forward. Getting approval from your cat. And moving forward is into this wonderful time of stability and balance. And we have the moon, and I love the moon because the moon kind of shows us everything, right? It shows us the reality, it shows us the illusion, it shows us the secrets, it shows us the lies, it shows us who we truly are, it shows us the instability, it shows us the new path, it shows us what we're actually capable of, it shows us what we need to work on. So as we're making plans to create all of this movement, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 wands energy. So this is something that we are very much excited about. There's a lot of passion behind it, a lot of fiery energy behind it. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. So this is big movement, huge movement. And I think it's big, huge movement of growth, of you recognizing and realizing who you are, what you're capable of. The 5th wands energy of the reading. And again, remember what I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we had 10s of cups, but we have no cups. And, we do, but we have the 7 of cups. So we are not just stepping into the divine love for ourselves and that transformational energy. We are stepping into the divine love and desire for it all, right? For the anticipation, for the learning, for the education, for the happiness, for the healing, for the truth, for the creative energy, for the logic, the stability, the balance, for the love, for the peace, for the excitement, for the opportunity, for the blossoming, for the abundance, for the growth. And I love that. Um, the Ace of Wands energy, we talk about putting your passion behind what it is you're passionate about doing. And it brings to mind a scene from Sister Act 2 with Whoopi Goldberg, where she's walking with the singer. I don't recall her name, but they're talking about she didn't know what she wanted to do, or she didn't know what she was passionate about, or she didn't know how she felt about it. And Whoopi Goldberg said, if you wake up in the morning thinking about it, if it's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning and the last thing you think about when you go to bed, that is your passion. That is what you should be doing. That is what you should be inspired to do or inspired about. So I think there's a lot of inspirational energy here when it comes to going after what you want, when it comes to growth, when it comes to education, when it comes to planting those seeds for something better, when it comes to recognizing who you are. I also want to say why you were created, why you were presented, why you were birthed here, right? Your path here. And the word that comes up is your responsibility here, your obligation here, right? Your responsibility here, your obligation here. And I think a lot of people think, well, you're born, you live, you die. But some of us are here, most of us are here, maybe all of us are here to learn something. There's a responsibility and obligation that we were created with and presented here, that it is up to us to find. The responsibility and the obligation I carry is to help others, to take care of others, to heal others. And sometimes that responsibility and obligation I've taken to heart. I've sacrificed a lot of my life taking the responsibility and obligation taking on the responsibility and obligation to physically care for other people. I have released and let go a lot of things that I've desired to do, or to the point to where I feel insecure about stepping away from the shadows and into the light and doing more than what I am doing, being that healer, being that medium, being that intuitive, opening up to my clairvoyance and clairaudence and clairsentience. So, and I think that the moon kind of illuminates all of that, right? And puts us Capricorns in a position of stepping again out of the shadows and into the light and protecting yourself. We talked about that, protecting yourself, surrounding yourself, putting up, I want to say barriers, but that's not it. Putting up boundaries and protecting what it is that you're creating. We also talked about heightened psychic abilities, and we also talked about healing. So it's all right there yet again. Heightened psychic abilities, door to openness, door to personal happiness and healing. And I think that when we start that journey of happiness and healing, and we tap into the energy around us, we tap into those psychic abilities like we talked about before, I think it helps us along the way to healing, because then we're able to see what it is that we need to heal from, as opposed to guessing, right? I know some of us have been through a lot of damage in our lives, and we feel that some of that damage are things that we need to heal from. And in a way, I do believe that, but in a way, I kind of feel that on the other hand, we have taken those situations that we have been through in our lives, some of those situations that we've been through in our lives, and we've created mountains out of molehills, and we have allowed that particular thing to become something more, something more dramatic, more life-shattering or life-altering. I give you example. When my ex-husband cheated on me, I saw the warning signs and I saw it coming, but I didn't want to believe. And when he cheated on me, I left. I've been cheated on prior to that, and I stayed, tried to work it out, thought it was me. It wasn't, it was him. And had 2 kids by him, thought that maybe that would take care of the situation. And so when I was cheated on this the last time, which was 16 years ago, I allowed that to be as earth-shattering as the first time, right? And the problem with that is I didn't change my perspective. I knew what to look out for, but I didn't put that into motion. I knew the type of person that the last one was, because he was always chasing skirt. He was always flirting. He was always lingering with other women. And you see the signs and you think, oh no, not again. But yeah, again. So I chose to allow that to be this earth-shattering moment. To this day, it still affects me, right? When the earth-shattering moments really were the moments that came from my childhood, when my parents gave me away to a not so very nice person who abused me. And then I got married to the one I had the kids with, and he physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abused me. That was a life-shattering moment. This other thing was just a thing that had happened because I refused to see the truth. And I think sometimes we kind of blur all of those together, and with all of that together, we think we have to heal, everything. I think that if we healed ourselves from the most traumatic moments, that the healing from those just comes naturally. Does that make sense? And I know some of you are going to disagree, and that's okay. But we have joy and delight. So as we step into this personal happiness and healing, we are being guided to just enjoy life. Be around things that make us happy. Be around things that create joy, that create fun, that create love, that create light. We have change and progress. As we step through that door of happiness and healing, we have change and progress. I love this because he's on this little wooden raft and he's going through all of these trials and tribulations. And the only thing that all those trials and tribulations have bented, ripped, or torn has been the sail. Everything else is still sturdy. Everything else is still strong. And he's made his way to this life-altering pool, this change, this progress. So change and progress is being made, as well as transformation and change. So we're walking away from the past and we're walking into the light. Earlier in this reading, I talked about walking out of the shadows, stepping out of the shadows and stepping into the light. And that's exactly what the transformation and change is doing. We're stepping out of the shadows and stepping into the light, and we're meeting people. We're meeting souls that are equally inspiring as we are, as equally gifted as we are, as equally energetically aligned as we are. So I love everything about this reading. And I know that this is going to be the month of July, just a wonderful, altering time for most of us. Those of us who allow it to be. Daydream. You will most easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. So daydream. Go out, sit on your porch and daydream. Go lay down in your bed and daydream. Take a shower, close your eyes and daydream. Daydream that the water that is falling over you is a waterfall from a tropical island. Lay on your bed and daydream that your bed is this goose down, wonderful, beautiful thing as if you're being hugged by angels. Sit on your porch and daydream that the house that you live in is the house of your dreams. When we are aligned to the things that we most want, need, and desire, and we daydream about those. I want to tell you a little story, and I don't want to go too much into detail, but I'm in Montana at the moment, and I'm transitioning from Vegas to Montana. It's been a very difficult, emotional transition, and a financially difficult transition as well, because this is what I do for a living, and it's not very financially. But then again, I don't do it for the money. If I did it for the money, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be posting 20 videos a day and spending all of my time and putting all of my energy into it if it was for the money. So there was this house that I saw on Zillow, and it was this beautiful little cottage. It's 113 years old. And me and my boyfriend, looked into the house, and he's a veteran, so we went through the Veterans Administration to see if we can get a loan for it, and we put in a bid on it. And some other people came along and put in a bid on it, and the people accepted our bid, but when the bigger bid came in, they accepted that. And that was in March of this year. So then we get a call in April that the people who offered them more money backed out, and we were next in line. Now, I would daydream about this house. I would daydream about my altar being upstairs. I would daydream about me pulling into the backyard with a U-Haul and unloading all of my things. I would daydream about planting beautiful flowers in the yard. I would daydream about taking showers in the bathtub. I would daydream about decorating the house and making memories in the house. My first Halloween and my first Christmas, my two favorite holidays. To decorate. My two favorite holidays to decorate, but Halloween is my ultimate favorite holiday. It should be the one and only holiday. So I would daydream and daydream and daydream, and we got the call that said the other people backed out. Are you still interested? And we said yes. And we went through the Veterans Administration, and the first person we went through the Veterans Administration lingered us on for a month and then failed us at the end. So we had to go through a separate company. So this is our 4th time trying on this house, and every single time that house has come back to me. It has come back to me, and I have come back to it. So hopefully this time is the best time. Hopefully this time we are all energetically aligned and in the same place. So that's what I'm talking about, daydreaming. Daydreaming about those dreams and desires, about that new car, that house, that family, that job, that vacation, and daydream about it so intensely that you can actually feel and smell and touch and taste what it is that you're daydreaming about. Know that you are divinely guided and loved, my friends. Talk soon. Bye.